And welcome everybody to the Psw Crossfire Pay-Per-View. We are jam-packed to the rafters here in this stadium, and we are ready to go. To kick off the show here tonight, we have Franco Grice. He's going to come out here and talk. He has an announcement, I suppose, about a big match that could possibly happen on a future Impound show. So we're going to hear from him and what he's got to say. Welcome everybody to the Crossfire Pay-Per-View. Got a lot of great matches scheduled for tonight's show, and let's see what Franco Grice is gonna announce here tonight. Big announcement from Franco Grice. He just announced that at a future Impound show for one night only, Wwe2K Jones will have a 5 versus 5 elimination tag team match between Legacy and a team that Wwe2K Jones can go ahead and find. But big announcement from Franco Grice here tonight. But up next we have our PSW Cruiserweight Championship match between Byron X and Roy Pierce to kick off the show just a few hours ago. Roy Pierce
contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Cruiserweight Championship.
As I was saying just a few hours ago, Roy Pierce was actually in an intense triple threat tag team championship match in a TLC tag team championship match. So you gotta wonder if he's even 100% and ready to go for this match. He did have about an hour to prepare for this match and rest. So we're gonna see if he's 100% and if he's ready to go against Byron X here tonight, as Byron X makes his way to the ring, sporting this really bright attire here. He calls himself the Cruiser Great, and we're gonna see tonight if he can own up to that statement here tonight, and see what Byron X has in store for us here on this Crossfire Pay-Per-View. He's gonna be going against a tough competitor in Roy Pierce. Everybody is up on their feet, ready for some cruiserweight action here to kick off the Crossfire Pay-Per-View. And now making his way to the ring. He is making his way to the ring by himself. Shogun Brown and his other members of Legacy are not by his side for this match. He is coming out here alone. I'm going to go one-on-one with Byron X here tonight. And that is possibly due to Mr. Isaac Everett banning people from ringside, so there's no interference here. But Roy Pierce making his walk to the ring as a Cruiserweight champion. As of right now, he is only a double champion here in PSW. We just recently lost the PSW Tag Team Championships, making Jeremy Barmore and Sean Kinney, the cousin of Chaos, 2-time Tag Team Champions. But I'm sure Roy Pierce is looking to keep that Cruiserweight Championship here tonight. You gotta wonder if there's any effect after that TLC match earlier on the pre-show, as he makes his way to the ring. I'm hearing backstage that Kazushi, he just recently won that the Hybrid Championship on the pre-show against Brandon Alexander, and I'm hearing backstage that Kazushi does not want to be a part of Legacy. He does not want to be associated with Legacy. Legacy trying to help him out and trying to take him under their wing, but I believe Kazushi is not going to associate himself with Roy Pierce. But Roy Pierce looking ready to go in this match. Roy Pierce becoming the first ever triple champion here in PSW history. Now he's still double champion. Will he be double champion after this match? We're gonna have to wait and see. But that's what it's all for right there, is that Cruiserweight Championship.
The challenger from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, Byron the Legend X.
The Cruiserweight, Byron X looking ready to go here. The Cruiserweight ready to go, but now
from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 178 pounds, he is the Cruiserweight Champion, the King, Roy Pierce.
the king of the Cruiserweights, if you will, the king of Gravity Force. Roy Pierce looking to defend that Cruiserweight Championship here tonight. He looks very focused and very ready to go here. The ref asking for the championship to get this match officially underway. Now showing Byron X what it is all for. This is a big match for Byron X. He has came a long way wanting to be the face of the Cruiserweight division. And we're going to see if he can do just that here tonight as this match is about to get underway. The ref calling for the bell. Byron X running right after Roy Pierce for that big single leg drop kick to begin the match. And now, big stomp to the leg and to the midsection here. Just stomping on the back, and now a big kick to the face. And now gonna lock up that arm, and now gonna grab the other hand and start wrenching it back to cause more pressure. And now, double knees to the back from Byron X already here. And now picking up Roy Pierce. Roy Pierce, big arm drag reversal here to Byron X. Now going outside of the ring. Feeling very frustrated here early in the match. Right there, it looked like Roy Pierce head connected with that edge of the announcer's table. But you can see the frustration, and Roy Pierce here tonight after Byron X coming out like a house of fire here in this match earlier on. The ref already had a 4 count, and just these rapid strikes and kicks from Byron X outside of the out here on ringside. And now a big kick from Roy Pierce here, now tossing back in Byron X. But definitely Roy Pierce has the champion's advantage here in this match. Now just wrenching on that arm here is Roy Pierce. Now snapping it down to the mat is Roy Pierce. And now picking up Byron X. Now turning him over. Gonna start working on that arm. Trying to weaken up that arm for that Kimura lock that he always likes to set up here in the match. He's gonna target that arm for most of this match, I suppose. And try to weaken up Byron X. So whenever he locks in that Kimura lock, it will be all his. The match will be all his. And now wrenching back on that arm already. And now Byron X able to roll out of it here. Now going for this big DDT connects onto Roy Pierce here. And now gonna lock in this armbar. Byron X going for a submission of his own here. Locking in this armbar. But now Roy Pierce fighting out of it here. These two men gonna go back and forth here in this match. I can already tell these guys are gonna give it their all, going back and forth already. Now going for the pinfall, but Byron X was in the ropes. Luckily the ref was able to see that. Now Roy Pierce is taunting away here. Now grabbing a hold of Byron X by the head. And now putting him up on the rope here. What is he gonna do here? Over here, wrapping his leg up in the rope is Roy Pierce. Now picking up Byron X, going for a big kick, but Byron X says no. And now he's going to lock in a submission of his own, I suppose. Locking in a knee bar, or a reversed figure 4, it looks like. But now, Roy Pierce fighting out of it. A big strike from Roy Pierce to the face of Byron X. These two men putting on a great match here, showing what the Cruiserweight division is all about. Byron X now going for this big brainbuster dropping him head first onto the knee. Now going for the pin. 1, 2, and no, we could have had a new Cruiserweight champion there, but Roy Pierce able to get the shoulder up before the 3. Now big time reversal from Roy Pierce. Big clothesline into the turnbuckle. Back and forth these men gonna go here in this match. Now, big knee, revolutionary knee, I believe is what Byron X calls that move. And now going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and no, Roy Pierce able to get the shoulder up before the 3 count. Byron X wondering what does he have to do to win this match. Ever since Byron X came here to PSW, he has been focused on being the greatest here in PSW, being the greatest cruiserweight, if you will. Now back and forth these men go. Now you got to give the advantage to Byron X here tonight. Now swinging suplex from Byron X, beautiful maneuver. But you got to give the advantage to Byron X because Roy Pierce already completed earlier here tonight in the pre-show. And now, big time arm drag reversal from Roy Pierce. Now big kick to the leg from Byron X. Now these two locking up, but Roy Pierce shoving off Byron X. Oh my gosh, big strike from Roy Pierce here. Now we're going to lock in this big time. Oh, going for, I thought he was going for a brainbuster, a suplex, but now locking in this arm bar, and then now we've seen this move multiple times before. I think this is a move that Roy Pierce likes to go for, to weaken up that arm and try to dislocate that shoulder. Cause some possible big time injuries after that kind of move from Roy Pierce. Now we're gonna stomp on the fingers of Byron X is Roy Pierce. And now calling for Byron X to get up is Roy Pierce here in this match. And now big kick to the midsection. Now going for a big boot, but no. Now big knee to the back of Roy Pierce. Now going to lock in this double arm, this very unique maneuver. I do not know what this move is called, but he's definitely working on Roy Pierce, working on wearing him down here. Now Roy Pierce trying to fight out of it here. And now big time reversal or getting out of that move there is Roy Pierce. And now, what is this going to be? Big elbow, point of that elbow going into the bicep of Byron X there. Now, big time strike to the midsection of Byron X. Now Byron X looking, we've seen this before, big backstabber connects on the Roy Pierce. And now Byron X looks to be fired up here in this match. Now going for the pinfall. Will this be it though? 1, 2. Do we have a new Cruiserweight champion? And no. Roy Pierce able to get the shoulders up, power out of that pinfall before the 3 count. And now big clothesline. Byron X fired up here. Another big clothesline. Now into the corner with that big stinger splash. To the ropes goes Byron X. Now big clothesline. Keeping up here. Byron X definitely fired up in this match. The speed advantage for Byron X. Now big lariat slows down. Byron X going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and no. Byron X able to stay in this match here tonight. And Roy Pierce is feeling very confident here. Roy Pierce, every time Byron X starts to pick up the pace and start to pick up the speed in this match, Roy Pierce always turns it around and slows it back down with a big maneuver from out of nowhere. Now we've seen this before, but will it be enough? Wait a minute, Byron X not done yet. Now big DDT connects. Will this be enough? New champion. 1, 2, and 3. We have a new Cruiserweight champion in Byron X here tonight. What a great match between these two men. They really put on a show here tonight. The crowd is up on their feet. Congratulations, Byron X, on finally capturing that Cruiserweight champion and becoming, I guess you could say, the new face of Gravity Force. What a great match these men put on to start off the show, setting the tone for Crossfire here tonight.
Here is your winner and new Cruiserweight champion, Byron the Legend X.
Congratulations, BENNETT, for picking up this huge victory here tonight. I'm sure everybody that dislikes Roy Pierce in the back is probably having a big smoke on their face. But congratulations to BENNETT here tonight on picking up the huge victory against Roy Pierce. And now next up we have our Element of Surprise briefcase match for Impulse. All these men have fought and earned their shot in this match, and we're going to see exactly what they're going to bring to the table here tonight and what they will do to win the match tonight. But first up, making his way to the ring, we have ZTK.
Making his way to the ring from Norfolk, Virginia, weighing in at 205 pounds, the athlete ZTK.
ZTK now making his way to the ring here tonight. He looks very focused and ready to go. And yes, these entrances are cut short due to the time strains of this pay-per-view. But we're trying to at least give them at least their announcement as they make their way to the ring. But now making his way to the ring, we have the KINGPIN. Arrive, get paid, and leave is the motto of KINGPIN here. Earlier on tonight, it was Jack.
Weighing in at 225 pounds, the King.
Earlier on tonight, it was Jack that was able to walk away with the Element of Surprise briefcase on impound. And who will it be tonight? That is a huge question. I'm sure everybody is asking, who will it be tonight to walk away with the Element of Surprise briefcase? Will it be KINGPIN? Will it be this man, Travis Wolf? We're gonna have to wait and see.
Weighing in at 240 pounds,
Travis Wolf now making his way to the ring here, looking very focused and very ready to go. Part of Agony just recently, Taryn Lachlan had enough luck to be able to conquer the Destroyer Asha in their Women's Championship match on the pre-show. And then Agony are going to be in action here tonight. Later on in a sale for the World Tag Team Championships against Souls of Mischief. We're going to see if they can walk out of here with that. We're going to see if that luck can continue for Agony. But now making his way to the ring, we have Adam Santos with a lot of momentum coming into this pay-per-view tonight. And now, next up, about to make his way to the ring, we have Christian Morales, former PSW television champion. And I'm hearing rumors backstage that he's bringing his friends to PSW and forming with them, so definitely things can change very soon.
And from Fresno, California, weighing in at 246 pounds, Christian Morales.
Christian Morales making his way to the ring now. Big question is, where will Christian Morales end up after the pay-per-view, after the Superstar Shakeup, if you will? But now, about to make his way to the ring, Roger Finesse.
And from Hartford, Connecticut, weighing in at 240 pounds, Roger Cole.
Roger Cole, Finesse, making his way to the ring, looking very focused and ready to go. Recently losing to Brian Evans in his call-out match. And tonight we're going to see if he has what it takes to walk out of here as Element of Surprise briefcase holder. But he's going against a tough competitor in Durag Jones. Now the Urban Gladiator, Durag Jones, making his way to the ring. Definitely gotta wonder if he's 100% as well. He's gonna be getting his rematch on the next Impulse show against Roy Pierce. Now, about to make his way to the ring.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 265 pounds, the total package, Brian Evans.
And now, making his way to the ring, the total package, Brian Evans, recently making his return and accepting the open challenge from Roger Finesse recently on Impulse. And he has now signed to Impulse, so Brian is definitely looking to make a dominant return here on this pay-per-view and possibly walk out of here with the Eliminate Surprise briefcase and maybe even go on to cash in tonight even if he wanted to. So definitely a huge match for Brian here tonight. We're going to see if Brian has what it takes and the rest of these men, see if they have what it takes to walk out of here with the victory. We're going to have to wait and see, but the total package, Brian Evans picking up a huge victory against Roger Finesse recently. And now as the match begins here, these men are going to go back and forth. I'm sure these men are going to fight tooth and nail. As you guys can see, hanging up high above the ring, we have that Element Surprise briefcase. Brian already entering the first ladder into the match. Now, inside of the ring, we have, oh my gosh, a big lariat to Durag Jones from KINGPIN. And now it's ZTK recently also having a big match against Shane Sabin on Impulse to determine who will be in the main event to go against Roderick McGillicuddy, and he ended up losing that match, but we decided, you know what, since he lost that, we're going to go ahead and put him in the Eliminate Surprise briefcase match, as well with Adam Santos. Adam Santos recently defeated Roderick McGillicuddy on the go-home show to the Crossfire Ppv on Impulse, and he was able to pick up a big victory against Roderick McGillicuddy, but now right into the steel steps goes Brian, and now inside of the ring we have KINGPIN and Durag Jones still going after each other, and Travis Wolf looking on here in this match, wondering what what's going through his mind. But now Christian Morales with that big time fisherman suplex, dropping him down on his head. And now Christian Morales setting up the ladder. Christian Morales definitely not happy with the way his television championship match went. He was so close to retaining, but due to the distractions of Shogun Brown, he was not able to retain. But now Christian Morales going back up the ladder, looking to earn another opportunity to go for a championship match in the future. But he's going for that Eliminate Surprise briefcase match, and everybody's trying to stop him here. I don't know what Travis Wolf is doing, but ZTK going up top, going to stop him. Definitely could have been a big win for Christian Morales there, but now falling off high off the ladder. And now going for the briefcase is ZTK, but Brian looking to push over the ladder here to stop him. Oh my gosh, big strike. I guess Roger Finesse is trying to get some revenge on Brian here. Big arm breaker to Brian there from Roger Finesse. Here in this match now, Durag Jones, you gotta wonder if he is even 100% in this match. Now tossing the KINGPIN, coming back in, big clothesline taking down Durag Jones. Definitely gotta wonder if Durag Jones even is able to compete here tonight at his best. And I'm sure he's looking to get his rematch very soon against Roy Pierce. Same with Christian Morales. I don't know if they're gonna make it a triple threat or not on Impulse. We're gonna have to wait and see, depending if Christian Morales can walk out of here with the victory or not. And he's got 7 other men to go against here. Now KINGPIN with that ladder striking away on ZTK, and now Christian Morales possibly almost getting caught in the crossfire, but now striking down Travis Wolf. Now KINGPIN looking to climb up the ladder here, but no, Durag Jones stopping him with this big spinning power slam, taking down the ladder as well. Now Durag Jones has that ladder in hand. I think he's trying to turn around to strike ZTK with it. And now, Roger Finesse grabbing the ladder away from Durag Jones, striking him hard with it. Roger Finesse, only man in the ring right now. This could be a huge opportunity for him if he's able to grab that briefcase. Really be able to pull it down here tonight is a huge question. All these men trying to push over the ladder, and they do, but now will anybody be able to grab down? Wait a minute, Roger Finesse hanging for his life up high, and now he drops down. Oh my gosh, that could have been very bad. It ended very bad for Roger Finesse if he would have landed a certain way, but luckily he seems to be okay here. Durag Jones striking Adam Santos with that ladder. Now also I'd like to announce for the Element of Surprise briefcase, this can be cashed in at any time, any place, anywhere. And when that briefcase is cashed in by the superstar that wins here tonight, that briefcase will be defended once again the following show. After it is cashed in, we will always make sure we have an Element of Surprise briefcase holder. Somebody can cash in here tonight. Whoever wins can cash in here tonight if they wanted. And then we'll have on Impulse another Element of Surprise ladder match to determine who will be Element of Surprise briefcase holder. Now, the rule is you have to cash in this briefcase within a year or else you will be stripped of it, and we will have another ladder match for another briefcase holder. The only difference is from our kind of briefcase match, it will always have a holder no matter what, instead of having to wait a year round, because that is what brings the Element of Surprise, hinting the name, to PSW. And now Durag Jones and Travis Wolf pushing over the ladder, and Christian Morales high above. Big electric chair drop from Roger Finesse there. And now everybody's trying to clear house, trying to clear up the ring. Now Roger Finesse with that big strike on the ZTK. Now turning around ZTK is Roger Finesse, tossing him outside of the ring goes ZTK. Roger Finesse looking to go right after him here. Adam Santos picking up that ladder now. Wondering what he's going to do with it. Striking down Travis Wolf with it. Adam Santos only man in the ring right now. A huge opportunity for Adam Santos here. Huge opportunity up high. Will he be able to pull it down? Do we have a new Element of Surprise briefcase holder? Brian trying to push over the ladder here. Will he be able to successfully push it over? I guess Brian can't push it over. Both men, Brian and Travis Wolf, trying to do everything they can to push it over, so Santos can't win. Oh my gosh, the ladder knocked over, and now powerbomb. It looked like Adam Santos connected his back on the edge of that ladder. Definitely can cause some serious injuries being in this kind of match. Anything can happen in the ladder match. Oh my gosh, DDT to Brian. Travis Wolf trying to take Brian out of this match here with that DDT on the apron. Now, Kingpin and Christian Morales inside of the ring. Durag Jones back inside of the ring. It looks like Durag Jones is not looking so good here in this match right now. Now with that big fisherman suplex, Durag Jones, I think he might be busted open, and he is. And Durag Jones, everybody fighting it out, and now Kingpin, oh my gosh, Durag falling hard to the mat there. Now, Roger Finesse, everybody else is fighting it out here. Christian Morales, right there trying to push over the ladder, really be able to do it before Roger Finesse pulls down the briefcase, and he needs help. I think he needs a lot of help trying to go. Wait a minute, and we have a new briefcase holder, and that is Roger Finesse, unexpected here tonight. Congratulations, Roger Finesse, for becoming the new Element of Surprise briefcase holder. Now the question is, when will he cast this briefcase in? And the big thing is, he said he announced a recent partnership with Christian Morales. Christian Morales was sitting there trying to pull down the briefcase, but was he really having problems pulling it down? That is a question. Was he actually having problems pulling down that pushing over that ladder? Maybe he was working together with Roger Finesse. But congratulations, Roger Finesse. We'll be waiting for your cash in. But up next, we have our PSW Global Championship, and this is inside a steel cage between Brett Curtis, Adam Bennett, and Jay Sanchez. These three men going back and forth recently. Adam Bennett making his way to the ring here.
The following contest is a triple threat steel cage match and is for the championship. Introducing the challenger from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 194 pounds, Adam Bennett.
Adam Bennett now making his way to the ring here. Adam Bennett, Brett Curtis, and Jay Sanchez recently had a triple threat match on the impound. And Brett Curtis was able to walk away with the victory. Ever since Brett Curtis has been implemented into this rivalry between Adam Bennett and Jay Sanchez, ever since he's like implemented himself back into this title match, or into this title picture here, if you will, he has shown that he is not to be taken lightly. He's picked up a victory against Jay Sanchez, Adam Bennett, multiple occasions picking up victories against these men. And the big question is, will he be able to do it here tonight inside of this steel cage? This match is anybody's ball game, because you can easily climb out of the cage while the other two competitors are going out at each other. You can climb out of the door if you wanted. It's just a very unlikely situations that can happen. But now making his way to the ring, Brett Curtis.
And introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 230 pounds, Brett Curtis.
Brett Curtis, the specialist. Brett Curtis making his way to the ring. He has been here on PSW for quite a while. And the question is, will he be able to walk out of here tonight as the new global champion? We're going to have to wait and see after this match is about to get underway. But he has a difficult task in Adam Bennett and Jay Sanchez. I'm sure Jay Sanchez is not going to want to let go of that global championship, because he's been global champion since Warzone. And I'm sure he's not going to want to let it go that quickly. And also Adam Bennett, who recently had a fatal 4-way. I believe it was a fatal 4-way or fatal 5-way. I believe it was a fatal 4-way though. A fatal 4-way elimination match to determine #1 contender. And Adam Bennett eliminated everybody in that match. So he definitely showed that he was the dominant one, that he truly deserves to be in this title picture. And Brett Curtis believes that he wanted this to be a one-on-one match, and he wasn't successful in the previous match that he was in with Jay Sanchez for the title at Taste of Mexico. But we decided, you know what, since he's fighting so hard and trying to fight his way back into the title picture, we're going to give him this opportunity. And tonight, he has that opportunity to face Jay Sanchez for the championship as well with Adam Bennett.
And introducing the champion from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 204 pounds, he is the global heavyweight champion, Jay Sanchez.
And now Jay Sanchez making his way to the ring here. Definitely gotta wonder, will he be walking out of here still global champion with that championship around his waist? That is a huge question. We'll have to wait and see as this match is about to get underway here. That's what it's all for right there, is that global championship here tonight on the Crossfire Pay-Per-View. What a big match this is for these men. Showing the ref, showing everybody what it's all for. These fans are up on their feet, ready for this match to get underway. Now the ref, the bell rings, and now right away Adam Bennett knocked down Jay Sanchez with that big boot. Now going right after Brett Curtis, back and forth already here. Big forearm strike. Now going right after Jay Sanchez, but Sanchez now. Big strike from Sanchez, and now Sanchez is going to toss him right into the steel cage there. Is Jay Sanchez, and now dodges it. Now, oh my gosh, big time reversal from Brett Curtis there. Now Big cartwheel knee strike from Bret Curtis. Adam Bennett now trying to take advantage of the distracted Bret Curtis that he was trying to go after Jay Sanchez, but Bret Curtis trying to take advantage, but back and forth these two men go. Big boot. Now, German suplex from Bret Curtis on the Jay Sanchez there, and back and forth these men go in this match already. Now going for a big boot, but no. Turning around, Bret Curtis is Adam Bennett. Now these men going back and forth here. Wait a minute. Cartwheel. Knee strike of his own from Jay Sanchez on the Adam Bennett. Now Jay Sanchez and Bret Curtis going back and forth here already. Going for a big boot, but no. Big kick to the midsection from Jay Sanchez. Going to the ropes. Running neck breaker from Jay Sanchez on the Bret Curtis. And now going right after Jay Sanchez, Adam Bennett getting tossed like a rag doll across the ring from Jay Sanchez here. And now Adam Bennett going up top, trying to climb. Oh my gosh, right into the steel cage. And now Jay Sanchez rolling out of from between the ropes and the cage. And luckily Bret Curtis was able to stop Adam Bennett there. And now with that super kick and German suplex from Bret Curtis. This man using the cage as a weapon here as expected. No disqualifications, no escape. Well, there is escape. 1, 2, no. Adam Bennett able to get his shoulder up before the 3. There is pinfalls in this match. Big kick from Jay Sanchez. Also, if you haven't noticed, this is the scrap trap cage, so there's a lot more things that can happen inside of this cage than a regular steel cage. There's a possible risk of disease from the rust, but you sign a contract here in PSW before you step into this cage. And all 3 of these men signed that contract, and what's so reminiscent about this cage is that this is the same cage we use on Impound for the Enforcers Challenge that Dustin Jeffries has brought to PSW, and just recently on social media he actually challenged the Tank to that match. He challenged the Tank in an Enforcers Challenge 2 out of 3 falls as his next competitor, as his next challenger for his Hardcore Championship that will be defended on the first Impound show after this pay-per-view. So big match for the Tank coming up. Now right into the cage again goes Bret Curtis. Now Adam Bennett, big super kick to the back of the head of Jay Sanchez. Now big forearm strike to Jay Sanchez from Adam Bennett. Now up on the shoulders he has Jay Sanchez. Now, oh my gosh, dropping him down on his head. Now both men working away on the champion Jay Sanchez here. And now Adam Bennett, big drop kick taking down Bret Curtis. And now gonna get caught up taunting as Jay Sanchez. Look at the size comparison of Jay Sanchez and Adam Bennett here. And now big double axe handle, big reverse elbow. And now, wait a minute, Bret Curtis trying to look to escape here while these men are distracted, going after each other. And now, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier on. Now he's trying to escape. Will he be able to do it? Both men climbing up the cage on the chase, trying to follow, trying to stop Bret Curtis from climbing out. Wait a minute, Bret Curtis fighting back here. Jay Sanchez falls down hard, and now Adam Bennett, it's up to him to stop. Wait a minute, what is Adam Bennett doing? He's just watching Bret Curtis. Adam Bennett is not moved. He's just watching Bret Curtis climb out. I am so confused why Adam Bennett didn't try to stop him. He could have been global champion, but now it's Bret Curtis. Congratulations to Bret Curtis on becoming the new PSW Global Champion here on PSW. What an intense steel cage match here tonight. Man, what a match this was between these men here. Here on the Crossfire Pay-Per-View.
Here is your winner and new Global Heavyweight Champion, Bret Curtis.
New Global Heavyweight Champion Bret Curtis picking up a huge victory here tonight. Big victory for Bret Curtis here. Who will challenge him next? Will it be Jay Sanchez asking for a rematch? We'll have to wait and see on Impound. But up next, we have a PSW United States Championship match. And at ringside, we have Darius Lockhart and Z. Andrea Washington at ringside for this match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
But to manage Ken Washington, but first up, about to make his way to the ring, we have the man himself, Jake Carter. He has definitely shown he belongs here in this title picture against Ken Washington. He had some very intense matches lately, and definitely showing his fight and will to win here, and showing that he wants to go after Ken Washington for that United States Championship. Definitely making an impactful debut and impactful mark in his recent matches here on PSW. Now making his way to the ring. He definitely looks ready to go here. Definitely looks focused, and will he be able to pick up the victory against Ken Washington is a big question. We'll just have to wait and see. As now, not Brett Curtis, but Jake Carter making his way to the ring. Looks focused and ready to go. And I believe Ken Washington having Z. Andrea Washington and Darius Lockhart is not to help him give an advantage. It's to help him stay in control, because we know the stuff that Ken Washington has gone through. And we know that he's having a change of attitude, and we do not know what's going on. Possible things happen on PWR that it's causing this effect on Ken Washington. So they're not here to help him give an advantage. They are just here to help control and make sure he does not get disqualified and does not affect him in this match here tonight. But now making his way to the ring, the current PSW United States Champion, Ken Washington. He looks very focused and ready to go here. Now, since Franco Grice recently announced a 5 versus 5 elimination tag team match against Legacy, we know that Durag Jones has been in communication with the Souls of Mischief, and it's possible Durag Jones could choose them to help him out. And then we know Chris Satan is actually a friend of Durag Jones, so maybe he will be in that match as well, and he will be asking him for his help. So we're gonna have to wait and see what all goes down in the coming days or weeks leading up to that 5 versus 5 elimination match. Now Ken Washington looking ready to go. Looking ready to defend that PSW United States Championship here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from London, England, weighing in at 195 pounds. The hardcore icon, Jake Carter.
Jake Carter looking focused and ready to go here in this match, looking very ready. And
introducing the champion from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 254 pounds. He is the United States champion, Ken Washington.
Ken Washington looking ready to go here and ready to defend that United States Championship, recently picking up the victory against Brian to become the United States Champion. And Brian has since been drafted over to Impulse, and now he's the second ever PSW United States Champion. And will he stay second ever, or will Jake Carter be able to overcome Ken Washington here tonight? There's definitely a size advantage for Ken Washington, but Jake Carter has the speed advantage. He is a cruiserweight, so he has the speed advantage over Ken Washington. Now going for a big knee strike, but Ken Washington catches him with that big kick to the leg, and now pop-up gut wrench suplex from Ken Washington there to Jake Carter. Now going for a big boot, but no. Up high he has Jake Carter, now dropping him down, big gut buster from Ken Washington. Now going for a kick, but Jake Carter now dragging through a leg whip from Jake Carter on the Ken Washington, now trying to slow down the pace of Ken Washington is Jake Carter, because he knows Ken Washington, if he gets on a roll, he can definitely turn the match upside down and pick up a victory very quickly and out of nowhere. I went to the corner going for a drop kick, but Ken Washington able to dodge out of the way. And now Ken Washington, Irish whip from Jake Carter, now big clothesline taken down Jake Carter immediately there like a truck. Now up on the shoulders, Jake Carter has Ken Washington, now dropping him down, big forearm strike, oh my gosh, taking down Ken Washington to Jake Carter. Now dragging Ken Washington, what is he going to set up here? Going to stomp on the back of the arm there. Now picking up Ken Washington, big arm drag from Ken Washington, now big DDT from Jake Carter there. Now Ken Washington trying to roll out of the ring, but Jake Carter now Irish whip sending Ken Washington outside. There was disqualifications and count out, so this is not a non-disqualifications match, so both of these men need to watch what they do outside of the ring and pay attention to the ref's count. And now Ken Washington focusing back on Jake Carter here. Back and forth these men are going to go here in this match. And now big kick to the back of the leg of Ken Washington from Jake Carter, and now big kick from Washington there. Now, oh my gosh, already a 6 count by the ref. Ken Washington does have the champion's advantage. You gotta remember that. He can be counted out and disqualified, but still be champion. See Andrea Washington, Darius Lockhart watching closely. Already an 8 count. Ken Washington's gonna need to get back in the ring, and then he does. Going for the pinfall after that. Ref slow to the count. Only a 1 count for Ken Washington on the Jake Carter there. Now back and forth these men are going to go here in this match. Big strike to the side of the head. Now going for a boot, but no. Washington able to pull down the rope, and Carter went spilling outside here. And now grabbing a hold of Jake Carter is Ken Washington. Now slamming him head first into the apron there. Now picking him up here. What is he going to do? Up on the shoulders, dropping him down face first into the steel steps there. See Andrea Washington over there. Looked like she was looking at the commentators team, the Spanish announce team over there, or what she was doing. But now, back and forth, Jake Carter and Ken Washington go in this match. Ken Washington back in the ring. Irish whip from Ken Washington to Jake Carter into the corner. And now, turning over, wait a minute, we know what this is, setting it up for the pounce to the ropes, and now it connects. Ref almost getting involved, almost getting caught in the middle of it all, but now it connects and sent Jake Carter across the ring. Will it be enough for the victory? Will it be enough for the 3? 1, 2, and no. Jake Carter powering out of it here, trying to fight to stay in this match, trying to do everything he can to become United States champion, but Ken Washington is a tough task to do that against. Now slamming his head into the turnbuckle there is Ken Washington. Now Jake Carter falling down like a box of rocks, or a bag of rocks there. This dead weight of Jake Carter. Now forearm strike to the side of the cranium, to the temple of Jake Carter. Now calling for Jake Carter to get up as Ken Washington. Spear connects in the center of the ring. Will this be it? Could this be the end of the match? 1, 2, and no. Jake Carter able to get the shoulder up before the 3 count, and Ken Washington cannot believe it. You gotta wonder if Darius Lockhart is worried about this situation. Now we just seen Ken Washington almost speared Jake Carter in half, and Jake Carter was still able to kick out of the spear there. Now Andrea getting involved here, because I think she knows Jake Carter has a lot of heart and he will do anything to win. Now Ken Washington calling for him to get up. Oh my gosh, he thought he was going to connect with the spear, but big time reversal from Jake Carter. Now dragging him, going for the pinfall as Jake Carter won. Only a 1 count from Jake Carter on the Ken Washington. Gotta think, what will it do to Washington coming this far to win the championship against Brian, only to lose it? Will that be tonight? 1, 2, and no, Ken Washington getting the shoulder up before the 3. But imagine what it would do to the mental state of Ken Washington and how far Ken Washington will go. But now, Jake Carter calling for a super kick is what he's setting up here, tuning up the band. Now dragging Ken Washington. 1, 2. Do we have a new champion? 3, and we do. Jake Carter picking up the victory, but you better know that Ken Washington is going to come back and ask for his rematch, or will he be going after another title? That is a huge question. We'll have to wait and see, but congratulations, Ken Washington, on picking up. Not Ken Washington. Congratulations, Jake Carter, for picking up the huge victory on the Ken Washington. You gotta wonder what it's gonna do to Ken Washington losing here tonight. You gotta wonder if he'll cash in his rematch clause on Impound, or what he will do. But congratulations, Jake Carter, overcoming the odds, overcoming the size difference. People underestimated Jake Carter since coming here to PSW and being on the main shows. But definitely showing the cruiserweights are worth more than a cruiserweight show.
Here is your winner and new United States Champion, the hardcore icon, Jake Carter.
Jake Carter proving that he deserves to be more than just on a cruiserweight show, and definitely putting the cruiserweights on the map, showing that cruiserweights can be main champions themselves. It might be a mid-card title, but definitely put on a performance of a main event star here on PSW, both Ken Washington and Jake Carter. We'll see what comes of this on Impound. But Jake Carter walking out of here with that United States Championship here tonight, and Darius Lockhart and Andrea Washington is not happy about what just transpired. Gotta wonder what's gonna come of this in the coming future. Wait, Ken Washington back in the ring. Big clothesline taken down. Jake Carter not happy about losing here tonight. Definitely gonna see if he's gonna cash in his rematch clause. But now up next we have inside of the cell, the PSW World Tag Team Championships is on the line. Agony, Golden Sensation, and Souls of Mischief. Will they have what it takes to successfully defend their World Tag Team Championship here tonight with the odds stacked against them? We'll see, but now making their way to the ring, we have Agony. Chase Daniels and Cam Bennett. Making their way to the ring here now. Will they have what it takes to go on and pick up the championships here for Impulse? That is a huge question. We already seen the tag team championships change hands on the pre-show. We've seen a lot of championships actually change hands here tonight on the pre-show and now the main show. So far, correct me if I'm wrong, but as of yet, not a single title has been successfully defended here. Will this be the night of title changes hands, or will we see Souls of Mischief be able to overcome those odds and be able to prove that they are still worthy of being World Tag Team Champions? We'll have to wait and see as this match is about to get underway. I believe so far in this show, titles, every championship that has been defended this far has changed hands. Will that same trend continue here tonight? Before this match and the future matches coming up? That is a huge question. And now, the champions themselves making their way to the ring. Aaron Abbott, Justice Rage, making their way to the ring. The current PSW World Tag Team Champions for Impulse. Will they be able to successfully defend those titles here tonight? Inside of this cell, I believe this is their first match inside of a cell here on PSW. So this is going to be very interesting for these men. We'll have to wait and see what goes down here tonight. Now they look ready and focused to defend these titles here tonight. It's Justice Rage and Aaron Abbott. And now making their way to the ring. Recently Lance Vega, he has suffered a concussion and I believe he's cleared to compete here tonight, and also a shoulder injury. Both Lance Vega and YURI having problems with Agony, so that is something that both Souls of Mischief and Golden Sensation can relate on. Is the situation with Agony, recent attacks, and now these two men are looking to pick up some gold here in PSW as a great tag team here. We're going to see if they have what it takes to do just that. Now the bell rings. Oh my gosh, big shoulder block right out of the gate from Aaron Abbott. Right onto the ropes. Gets hung up, does YURI. Now these men just continue to go back and forth here in this match. Chase Daniels and Aaron Abbott going at it here. Big jawbreaker from Justice Rage there. Going for a big knee strike, but no. Lance Vega able to dodge it. And now this man inside of this cell, inside of this structure, are just going to go to war here. Going to go to battle with these men here. Wait a minute. Aaron Abbott high above on the top rope with Chase Daniels back down. Oh my gosh. Big suplex from Aaron Abbott to Chase Daniels. Now Souls of Mist is trying to clear house here. Oh my gosh, big chop block on the Aaron Abbott, trying to take out the leg is YURI. Oh my gosh, big kick taken down. Justice Rage is Lance Vega saving his partner, trying to do the best he can to save his partner at that. And now these men continue to go back and forth here in this match. Chase Daniels and Lance Vega Chase Daniels and BENNETT looking to clear house, but now it's Souls of Mischief back up on their feet once again here. Both teams, Chase Daniels, BENNETT, Souls of Mischief, and Lance Vega trying to stay in this match as much as possible after YURI was taken out. And that shoulder injury, I wonder how much this is causing effect on Lance Vega here. Now big, oh my gosh, big move from Lance Vega, but Justice Rage able to break up that pinfall that he's going for. Big belly to belly from Justice Rage. Now Souls of Mischief are the only two men. Now, wait a minute, I spoke too soon. YURI back in the ring. Aaron Abbott, Justice Rage just got taken down by YURI. And now Aaron Abbott trying to fight back here. Big strikes from Aaron Abbott. Going shoulder first into the steel post goes YURI. Now BENNETT right up behind Aaron Abbott here. Aaron Abbott dodging that dropkick he's going for. And now Aaron Abbott setting up for this big set-up powerbomb connects on the BENNETT from Aaron Abbott. Now Chase Daniels going up high. going to the top, going for this coast to coast, and it connects on the YURI across the ring. Big time moves for Chase Daniels. These teams going back and forth here in this match already inside of the cell. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The only thing you can do is just go to war, go to battle, and try to do the best you can to pick up the victory. And now, big knee strike taken down. Aaron Abbott is Chase Daniels. Now, what is this going to do? What is Chase Daniels setting up here? Going for the go to sleep. And it connects on the Aaron Abbott. Lance Vega forced to roll out of the ring, going for the pinfall. But luckily, Justice Rage was able to stop that. And big cutter from Justice Rage. And now Cam Bennett able to hit him with that big bionic elbow to the side of the head of Justice Rage. And now calling for Abbott to get up. And YURI going for a submission hold. Trying to make Chase Daniels submit, but no, Cam Bennett able to be there to break it up in time. Going right after YURI is Cam Bennett now. And what a triple threat tag team championship match this is here right now. YURI taking out Cam Bennett outside of the ring, and now Aaron Abbott crawling over, trying to get back into his feet. Chase Daniels already back up on his feet, and now looks like Chase Daniels is going to go help Cam Bennett. Lance Vega trying to follow, but never mind, he changes his mind. He sees Lance Vega up on his feet now. Aaron Abbott going outside of the ring, wondering what he's doing. Now back inside of the ring, all the men. Big time move from Lance Vega, going for the pinfall. Will anybody be there to break it up? Only a 2 count. Luckily, Chase Daniels was able to break up that pinfall, able to kick out of that pinfall, or else this match would have been over. Now, big time attitude adjustment from Aaron Abbott. Now, Justice Rage setting it up for this. Oh my gosh, big time move. Both men going for a pin. 3 and still, our tag team champions as Souls of Mischief successfully defending these championships. Oh my gosh, who can stop the Souls of Mischief here on PSW? That is a huge question. Justice Rage, Aaron Abbott, both hitting some big time moves. And what a beautiful pile driver, flipping pile driver from Justice Rage. With the same kind of move we've seen whenever they face the British Lanterns. Both men going for a pinfall. And this time Aaron Abbott was able to get the pinfall and still tag team champions. Congratulations, Justice Rage and Aaron Abbott, on walking out as still the tag team champions here tonight. Big time victory for these men. What a great match this was. And now next up, the match we've all been waiting for here. The PSW Intercontinental Championship is on the line between Ace Reeves and Jonathan Ray. A little bit of backstory after these announcements.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match, and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
A little bit of backstory. Recently, Ace Reeves faced off against Jonathan Ray on Impulse a few weeks ago, about a month ago, if you will. And he was trying to get a handshake, offered a handshake from Jonathan Ray, and Jonathan Ray denied it and told him to go backstage. And I think it's disrespect. I don't know. I think Ace Reeves is looking for respect from Jonathan Ray, but you can kind of tell that Jonathan Ray's tension and hate for Ace Reeves is caused by his former partner, now rival once again, and Joe Blade trained Ace Reeves. And I think that's where it all started for Jonathan Ray disliking Ace Reeves, and now Ace Reeves all he's looking for is some respect, and I think that's what this match is about, is a respect. He doesn't really care for the championship. He doesn't care about winning the Intercontinental Championship. He really cares about earning the respect of Jonathan Ray, and we're gonna see if he can do that here tonight in this match for the Intercontinental Championship. Jonathan Wwe making his way to the ring here. You're at the Crossfire Pay-Per-View looking to defend that Intercontinental Championship. Looking focused and ready to go here. Jonathan Wwe, a change of attitude since recently turning on Joe Blade a few months ago. And ever since, he's been on a unstoppable path here in PSW. He recently picked up a victory against the world champion. He's picked up victories against multiple people, proving that he is a main event star here in PSW, and gotta wonder if he isn't successful here tonight, which is very an unpopular, I guess you can say, vote or suggestion or whatever you want to say, that Jonathan Wwe is probably chosen and probably a favorite to win here tonight, because Jonathan Wwe has had the odds stacked against him multiple times before, and he has proven everybody wrong. He has proven that he deserves to be in the main event picture in PSW and other companies around the world. He is more than a mid-carder. He has held that Intercontinental Championship for quite a while, if you will, and he has definitely brought that championship from what it used to be to where it is now. You can kind of look at this championship as a main title, if you will, because of the fighting champion that Jonathan Wwe is.
Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 203 pounds, Ace Reeves.
Ace Reeves looking ready to go here in this match.
Introducing the champion from Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 206 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Jonathan Wwe.
Intercontinental Champion Jonathan Wwe looking ready to go, looking focused, and looking to defend that championship. And you gotta wonder, if he is not successful here tonight, will he even ask for a rematch? Will he even come back to the Intercontinental Champion, or will he go on to the main event picture? That is a huge question. I'm sure everybody wants to know, and everybody wants to find out. So tonight we're gonna see what goes down here tonight. If Jonathan Wwe can successfully defend this championship, or will Ace Reeves do the unthinkable, do I guess you could say the impossible, going against here Jonathan Wwe. Now big moonsault, beautiful move to kick off the match from Ace Reeves. Now big elbow to across the chest, or big splash from Ace Reeves on chopping the leg, taking down the leg, already targeting that knee of Ace Reeves as Jonathan Wwe. And now back and forth these men go here in this match. Big kick to the leg, taking down Ace Reeves as Jonathan Wwe. Now outside of the ring goes Ace Reeves. Jonathan Wwe now following. You gotta wonder, what is Jonathan Wwe gotta do here to beat Ace Reeves? You gotta wonder if he's gonna focus on even injuring Ace Reeves. The ref looking on. I do not know if this is I think this is a regular match. The ref not even counting, so I guess there is no count out, I suppose. These men going back and forth here in this match already. I believe this match might be it is a no holds barred. It is a no holds barred match between these men. So there's no disqualifications, no counter, nothing can stop these men from going at each other. The ref is only there to pound the pinfalls and the submissions inside of the ring. You gotta definitely know that Ace Reeves is gonna protect that knee as much as possible, because we do not know. We know he is cleared, but is he 100%? Is that leg 100%? Again, going for that strike, that kick on the leg, and you can see the look on Ace Reeves' face, nodding and taking down Jonathan Wwe immediately. Now going after Jonathan Wwe's legs, trying to give him a taste of his own medicine, but Jonathan Wwe shoving off Ace Reeves. Now going after Ace Reeves is Jonathan Wwe now snapping him down hard to the mat as Ace Reeves here inside of this in this no holds barred match, and the ref needs to watch out, almost getting taken out by Jonathan Wwe, and now grabbing a hold of Jonathan Wwe is Ace Reeves, taking him to the rope. What is he going to do here? Going for a big cross body, but Jonathan Wwe able to move out of the way in time. And now Irish whip of Jonathan Wwe over the top rope. Wait a minute, what is Ace Reeves doing here? Big DDT on the apron from Ace Reeves to Jonathan Wwe here. What a big time move. Now Jonathan Wwe wanting to take this match back inside of the ring. These men going to go back and forth here in this match. And now taking Ace Reeves to the rope, using the rope to his advantage there is Jonathan Wwe. These men are going to fight tooth and nail. Expect a very aggressive match here tonight between these men. Pop up. Oh my gosh, falling face first into the mat is Ace Reeves. Now Irish whip into the corner. What is Ace Reeves thinking about doing here? Wait a minute. I think I know what this is. To the rope, springboard, spinning DDT connects. This could be it. Wait a minute, no. Ace Reeves not finished. Up top, high rent district. Spinning, oh my gosh, comes down to knees. To the chest or to the midsection. That can definitely cause some injuries to the ribs if hit incorrectly. But now, big time reversal from Jonathan Wwe. Now, Jonathan Wwe looking to lock in this armbar. Gonna grab the leg as well. Definitely not a good position for Ace Reeves to really be able to have the will to fight out of this, and he does. He's trying to fight out of it here. Ace Reeves clinching that arm. Now, what is this going to be? Spinning around. Hurricane Rana style of move from Ace Reeves to Jonathan Wwe here. And these men going to continue to fight back and forth in this match. Ace Reeves to the ropes. Wait a minute. What is Reeves saying about here? Springboard. Big time punch to the face. Drop kick. Combination, ducks under, fired up. Here's Ace Reeves. Oh my gosh, double knees. Who stomped to the chest. Definitely can cause some injuries. Now, Irish whip into the corner. Ace Reeves fired up here. Wanting to end this match as soon as possible. Grabbing a hold of Jonathan Wwe. Jumping springboard DDT for the second time in this match. Now going for the pin. New champion. Do we have a new champion? 2. And no. Ace Reeves able to kick out before the 3 count here tonight. Now going up top, Ace Reeves fired up here. Up high rent district once again, and this time it connects. Ace Reeves, do we have a new champion? Going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and wait a minute, I was about to call the 3, but Ace Reeves not able to get it. Jonathan Wwe able to get the shoulder up before the 3 fall. A big leg sweep from Jonathan Wwe. What is he thinking about doing here? Big kick to the leg or to the knee of Jonathan Wwe. Irish whip to the ropes to drop him down. Does Jonathan Wwe now turning him over. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and no. Ace Reeves able to power out of that one. Jonathan Wwe definitely getting taken to his limits. Was so close there to losing his championship and losing to Ace Reeves. Now, bad position, bad place for Ace Reeves, locking in the knee bar, escaping it very quickly there. Smart from Ace Reeves, luckily able to escape it early there. And now Irish whip from Jonathan Wwe. Now big clothesline catches Ace Reeves. Now Jonathan Wwe calling for him to get up. What is he possibly going to go for now? Going for the knee bar or a drop kick. I don't know what he's doing there, but Ace Reeves able to dodge it just in the nick of time. Oh, we know what this is. We know what he's setting up here. Springboard DDT for the 3rd time in this match. Jonathan Wwe is busted open. Now picking up Jonathan Wwe is Ace Reeves. Jonathan Wwe trying to fight back. Trying to do everything he can. Drop kick to the knee. Definitely targeting that knee now. It's Jonathan Wwe here in this match. And now gonna target that arm. Is Jonathan Wwe stomping on the hand of Ace Reeves is Jonathan Ray here in this match. Gotta wonder what is oh no, now targeting the limbs of Ace Reeves in this match is Jonathan Ray. Now stomping. Now stomp to the face of Ace Reeves. Jonathan Ray definitely targeting the limbs of Ace Reeves here. Now these knee strikes trying to incapacitate Ace Reeves here in this match is Jonathan Ray. Big knee strikes again from Jonathan Ray to Ace Reeves. Back and forth action. We have a big clothesline from Jonathan Ray. Another big clothesline taken down Ace Reeves. Now big leg sweep taken down Ace Reeves. Jonathan Ray fired up here, fired up and ready to go. Now taken down. Now locking in. This figure 4. This could be it. Locking it in tight. Will Ace Reeves be forced to tap out? Do we have a submission victory for Jonathan Ray? Ace Reeves, the ref, asking if he wants to get up. And no, Jonathan Ray just lets it go. Jonathan Ray lets go of that figure 4. And now looking to lock it in again. But Ace Reeves able to get out of it. Now up top. He knows this is a huge opportunity. And again, the knees. Jonathan Ray able to pick up the knees once again. I thought that if he would have connected with that, this match could have been all over. And now, back and forth, definitely going for that double stomp was Ace Reeves. And now to the ropes. Big spike run ahead first into the mat. It was Jonathan Ray from Ace Reeves and now stomping away. Jonathan Ray, a lot of blood loss now here. Definitely blood dripping down the head of Jonathan Ray here. Ace Reeves really taking Jonathan Ray to his limit. These men are in a no-holds-barred match, but we have not seen any weapons implemented in this match, and that just says a lot about the competitors, that they are not worried about weapons. They do not worry about wanting to bring weapons into this match. They are just worried about fighting each other man to man, no weapons. And now, wait a minute, locking in a knee bar, but Ace Reeves is right there by the ropes. And now a big kick to the face of Jonathan Ray from Ace Reeves, able to escape that. Really, Jonathan Ray is targeting that knee, knows the weakness. And now, big takedown from Jonathan Ray on Ace Reeves. Now, Irish whip into the ropes. Jonathan Ray ducks, big kicks to the knee, trying to take out that leg once again. Jonathan Ray going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and no. Ace Reeves able to get the shoulder up once again, able to get the shoulder up before the 3 count. And now Jonathan Ray calling for Reeves to get up, but no, misses it big time there. Big kick to the midsection. Now running and swinging neck breaker from Ace Reeves there. Back and forth action in this match. Back and forth fighting. We have to the ropes goes Ace Reeves, and then setting up for another spike run, a spike in Jonathan Ray's head, face first into the mat. And now Jonathan Ray and Ace Reeves going back and forth here. These men putting on a fight here. These men are not worried about weapons. They are going to take this fight wherever they want, and they have shown that they are both willing to fight tooth and nail. Ace Reeves, this is about respect. This is about earning the respect of Jonathan Ray. Now Jonathan Ray, I'm not sure what he's doing here, but now big kick catches the top of the head of Jonathan Ray there. Now drop kick to the knee once again, targeting that leg of Ace Reeves. This is about respect for Ace Reeves and for Jonathan Ray. This is just about a fight. This is just about to get this man out of his way and to stop this man from coming after him and trying to earn respect, because Jonathan Ray doesn't think this man has earned respect, and doesn't think this man deserves to even be in the same conversation as him. And this man, Ace Reeves, is a rookie here in PSW. He's a rookie in professional wrestling, and he is here fighting one of the best here in PSW, one of the first people here in PSW, in Jonathan Ray. And now definitely a future world champion in Jonathan Ray is at that. But now Ace Reeves is fighting tooth and nail, fighting back and forth. Now up top goes Ace Reeves. Will it connect this time? And it does. but really capitalize, really be able to capitalize? That is the question. Do we have a new Intercontinental Champion? 1, 2, and 3. We do. Ace Reeves picking up the huge victory against Jonathan Ray here tonight. Big time victory for Ace Reeves here tonight. As we see these replays, he hit that DDT multiple times in this match. But the question is, has he earned the respect of Jonathan Ray? Will we see a confrontation between these two men? We're going to have to wait and see after these replays. Big time match for Ace Reeves.
Here is your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, Ace Reeves.
Big time victory for Ace Reeves here, becoming an Intercontinental Champion. But the question is, has he earned the respect of Jonathan Ray? Now just celebrating with that championship. Congratulations, Ace Reeves. And wait a minute now. Jonathan Ray is cleaned up here. Really shake the hand. And yes, finally, what a match. These men took each other to their limits. They put on a show here. Now next up, we have Benny Banks going one-on-one with Aaron Locke inside of that cell. This is going to be a war. This is going to be a battle. This is more than about respect. This is more than what you think it is. This is personal between these two men.
Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 190 pounds,
Benny Banks. A change of attitude here in PSW, turning on his best friend in Byron X. I think this situation with Aaron Locke has truly reached its breaking point for Benny Banks. His mental state is not at the best point here in PSW after recent attack after attack after attack on Aaron Locke onto Benny Banks, and now finally here tonight. He gets his match. Joe Blade did not want this match to happen, but we decided, you know what, let's give him this match. Let these men fight it out. If Benny Banks is injured, that is his own problem. That is him. He signed a contract before entering the cell, and we're going to give him this opportunity to go one-on-one with an Aaron Locke. If he is injured in this match, it is not on us. Former hardcore champion Aaron Locke. Aaron Locke about to make his way to the ring.
from Limerick, Ireland, weighing in at 385 pounds, Eric Lachlan.
Aaron Locke. These men are going to be locked inside of that cell here tonight. No escape. Only way to win is by pinfall or submission. These two men are going to go to war here tonight. Benny Banks going to war here tonight with Aaron Locke finally getting his hands on Aaron Locke. Finally being able to deal with Aaron Locke here tonight. The question is, who will be walking out the victory? And if Aaron Locke is able to beat Benny Banks here tonight, what will that do to Benny Banks? Will Benny Banks finally reach a truly breaking point? We'll have to wait and find out as this match is about to get underway. Ref calling for the bell here. Now, big kick to the midsection of Aaron Locke. Benny Banks, Irish whip into the corner. Aaron Locke fighting back here already. Big jawbreaker from Benny Banks. Going for a big clothesline, but Aaron Locke dodges it. Now just going right after Benny Banks is Aaron Locke. Now Benny Banks reversing. Back and forth, these men are going to go here in this match. Big leg sweep from Aaron Locke. And oh no, Aaron Locke locking in this big time move, this submission, trying to target the leg of Benny Banks, and now Benny Banks going big Hurricane Rana to the big man of Aaron Locke. Benny Banks now taunting. Benny Banks has truly snapped after these attacks by this man Aaron Locke, and now he's finally getting his opportunity to get his hands on Aaron Locke here at the Crossfire Ppv, and now just striking away on Benny Banks as Aaron Locke now tossing him across the ring. The big man Aaron Locke here. Definitely not a good situation for Benny Banks, going for the pinfall one. Only a 1 count for Aaron Locke on the Benny Banks. Benny Banks has got to do something, has got to do more in this match if he wants to walk away victorious and with an upper hand. I don't think Benny Banks even cares about win or loss. He just wants to target Aaron Locke and get his revenge and get his hands on Aaron Locke. But Aaron Locke right now is tearing apart Benny Banks limb from limb already in this match, and now Benny Banks trying to fight back. Big clothesline into the corner goes Aaron Locke from Benny Banks. Now Benny Banks choking away, and the ref can do nothing. The ref can't do anything about this, and now Benny Banks letting go of Aaron Locke. You gotta wonder if there were the voices inside of Aaron Locke's head. Only a 1 count for Benny Banks. The voices inside of Aaron Locke's head telling him the things he needs to do. Again, taking out Benny Banks and Byron X backstage multiple times, arriving here in PSW, targeting them. I'm not too sure why, and I think he successfully broken them up. I think that is where the cracks has started for the British Lanterns, is whenever Aaron Locke started those attacks onto them and started taking them out. Now going for the pinfall is Benny Banks. 1, 2, and no, a kick out after the 2 for Aaron Locke. Benny Banks is really, truly, finally able to get his hands on Aaron Locke. A big Hurricane Rana on Aaron Locke from Benny Banks. Now Banks going up to the second rope. What is he thinking about doing here? Oh my gosh, big moonsault, but gets caught with the knees from Aaron Locke. Now, as you can see, Benny Banks is wearing jeans here in this match. He does not care about wearing tights. He said this is a war, and that is what he prepared for in this match. Oh my gosh, dropping him head first. Will this be it? 1, 2. Electric chair driver from Aaron Locke there. Now, what is Aaron Locke doing here? Exposed knee to the top of the head of Benny Banks. And now picking up Benny Banks is Aaron Locke, but now fighting back is Benny Banks here. Aaron Locke has really, truly shown. Wait a minute. Aaron Locke. What is this? Suplex, deadlift suplex on the Benny Banks. That's the thing about Aaron Locke. He is dominant. He is aggressive. 1. Only a 1 count for Aaron Locke. Aaron Locke, former hardcore champion. And now going head to head with Benny Banks. Banks definitely wanting to get a victory over Aaron Locke. First ever pinfall victory or submission victory over Aaron Locke. Aaron Locke has not been pinned or submitted ever here in PSW and professional wrestling, I believe, period. And he's definitely targeted Benny Banks and Byron X for some reason. I'm not too sure why. And now Benny Banks finally able to get his hands on Aaron Locke here and inside of the cell to keep this match combined inside. Now the question is, will these men break out of the cell is a huge question. Now right into, almost into those steel steps there. There's men fighting outside here, going back and forth. Right into the cage goes Benny Banks. Now back into the ring, Aaron Locke sends Benny Banks. There's men fighting tooth and nail. Aaron Locke, we've seen this before, choking, military press, spine buster. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it for Benny Banks. 1, 2, and no, Benny Banks powering out of it. He's not gonna want this match to end that quickly here. Now Aaron Locke calling for Benny Banks to get up again. He looks like he's setting up that electric chair driver, and he got him up high. Will it connect though? That is the question. And it does. Ref in position 1. 2, and no, Benny Banks again, powering out of that finisher. Aaron Locke fired up here now. He is tired of Benny Banks, and I think this is also satisfactory for Aaron Locke, because I think Aaron Locke knows what he has done to the mental state of Benny Banks. He has broken up the tag team of the British Lanterns, or at least caused cracks in the tag team of the British Lanterns, and now they are broken up, and Benny Banks has finally truly snapped here in PSW, and I think that is what Aaron Locke was aiming for. And bringing out the worst in Benny Banks, big clothesline from Benny Banks, and Aaron Locke is enjoying this match. 1, 2, and no, Aaron Locke able to get the shoulder up before the 3, and these two men finally getting their hands on each other, and I'm sure Aaron Locke is happy that he's able to issue pain, and now a low blow. The ref cannot do anything about it, but will that be enough for a victory for Benny Banks? 1, 2, and no, Aaron Locke able to get the shoulder up once again before the 3 count. And Benny Banks is fired up here to the ropes. Another big shoulder block. Now Aaron Locke tossing him over. Now up top, Benny Banks up top. Double axe handle taken down. Aaron Locke has Benny Banks. Now Aaron Locke getting back up to his feet. Big clothesline taken down. Benny Banks. Now calling for Banks to get up as Aaron Locke. Going for the electric chair driver for the 3rd time in this match. Will this be the ending? Will this be it? It connects. Ref in position. 1, 2, and 3. Aaron Locke able to pick up the victory against Benny Banks here tonight. Definitely an upset victory here tonight, I'm sure. No matter how much hate and how much heat Benny Banks has, I'm sure everybody wanted Benny Banks to win here tonight, regardless of the heat and the hate for turning on Byron X. But Aaron Locke, definitely not an easy superstar to compete against. Benny Banks was dressed and ready for a war. That's exactly what he got here tonight against Aaron Locke. Benny Banks fought tooth and nail, tried to do his best here in this match, but I guess his best wasn't enough against this man, this monster, Aaron Locke. Definitely a great match between these two men here tonight on the Crossfire Pay-Per-View.
Here is your winner, Eric Rockland.
And Aaron Locke picking up the huge victory, but Benny Banks back in the ring, striking Aaron Locke with the ladder, and I think this is what Benny Banks wanted. He didn't care about losing here. I think he just cared about finally issuing pain and destruction on the Aaron Locke, and now he's got a steel chair after the match. Now hitting Aaron Locke in the arm, trying to damage the arm of Aaron Locke here, and now targeting the leg of Aaron Locke is Benny Banks. Benny Banks has snapped here, finally getting his aggression out of him. Now I think that is it for the attack from Benny Banks as Benny Banks walks away here. Wait a minute. Benny Banks isn't finished. What is he doing? Aaron Locke, the ref is trying to figure out, wait a minute, Benny Banks has a table. The ref telling him no. Benny Banks putting in a table. He's not done. Benny Banks is far from done. Wait a minute, setting up that table. Benny Banks has snapped. And now, what is this? Right into the table. Right through the table goes Aaron Locke. Oh my gosh, Benny Banks has snapped. And next up, we have our main event for the PSW World Heavyweight Championships. Shane Sabin will be going one-on-one with Roderick McGillicuddy.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match, and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This is an Extreme Rules match, no disqualifications, no count out. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission in the center of the ring. So you definitely got to give the advantage. You don't have a champion's advantage. Roger McGillicuddy does not have a champion's advantage in this match. And now making his way to the ring, we have Shane Sabin. Getting ready to go one-on-one with Roderick McGillicuddy. Shane Sabin making his way to the ring. Roy Pierce and Shogun have been banned from ringside. Here in this match, Shane Sabin going one-on-one with the world champion and Roderick McGillicuddy in this match, in an Extreme Rules match. Everybody up on their feet for anticipation. Who will be walking out of here as PSW World Heavyweight Champion? Will it still be Roderick McGillicuddy? Or will it be this man, Shane Sabin? We're gonna have to wait and see as this match is about to get underway here. Shane Sabin becoming the first ever Cruiserweight Champion, and now really become World Heavyweight Champion. We'll have to wait and see. As this man, Roderick McGillicuddy, is not a man to take lightly, not a man to underestimate. Recently defeating G-String at I believe it was the Lost in Japan pay-per-view to win that championship, and he has been champion since then, and he has forced G-String to retire. And now, I guess you can say forced him to retire, but G-String thinks differently. Roger McGillicuddy strongly believes he did, but now making his way to the ring, holding that championship around his waist. Roger McGillicuddy, I'm sure, is not going to let that championship go here tonight. He's going to fight as hard as he can, tooth and nail, against Shane Sabin, member of Legacy, and Shane Sabin at that. We're going to see here tonight Roger McGillicuddy losing by pinfall against Adam Santos, a man he thought he was going to be defending that championship against here tonight. But Shane Sabin forced his way into the title picture, defeating the real #1 contender in Z2K after Z2K had that briefcase that he won with a contract inside to be here. But Shane Sabin, he decided to attack him after the match and challenged him, and Z2K accepted it, which putting him in contentions for this championship here tonight, and why this match is even happening. But Roger McGillicuddy is not fazed by it. He does not care. He is not fazed that Shane Sabin is even here in this match. Roger McGillicuddy is looking to defend that championship here tonight and go on to the next pay-per-view. But the question is, will he be able to do that here tonight? This match is about to get underway. This is the main event. This is our biggest pay-per-view we have had here in PSW. That's what it's all for right there, is that PSW World Heavyweight Championship.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Savior, Shane Sabin.
Shane Sabin, ready to go here.
Introducing the champion from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Rodriguez McGregor.
Roderick McGillicuddy looking to defend that championship here tonight against Shane Sabin. And now, handing over the title to the referee to show everybody what it is all for here tonight. Shane Saban ready to go. Roger McGillicuddy ready to go. Wait a minute. A thing is being taken over here. Now a countdown. What does this mean? What is this? What is this countdown? Is it about the vignettes we've been seeing lately? Who is this? Wait a minute. He has returned. G-String has returned to PSW.
Weighing in at 245 pounds, the living legend, G.
The living legend G-String has returned to PSW, cashing in his rematch clause here tonight. What an unexpected thing going down here tonight. G-String has returned. G-String is back here on the Crossfire Pay-Per-View. That's what the vignettes was about. It was about G-String making his return here to PSW. He has entered himself into the World Heavyweight Championship match, recently saying that he was retiring, that we'll never see him here again. Now he has returned to PSW. G-String is here, and he's entered himself into this match. As the bell rings, the crowd is up on their feet and they are shocked that G-String is even in this match. We were just speaking about how G-String lost the title to Roger McGillicuddy, and now big time move from Roger McGillicuddy to Roger McGillicuddy from G-String. Now a big chop across the chest. These two men trading chops. These two men have not faced off before in PSW, so this is a treat for us. But now G-String rolling out of the ring immediately, but I am still shocked. That's what those vignettes, those video packages were about, is G-String. And now these aggressive slaps across the chest or the face of Roger McGillicuddy. And I believe Roger McGillicuddy thought he was the one that forced G-String to retire, and now G-String is back. And that's what those video packages were about, popping up on Impulse and Impound. And now, shocking the world, is G-String making his return to PSW, and now going right after Roger McGillicuddy is G-String. These kicks from Roger McGillicuddy, big super kick, almost taking the head off of G-String as G-String is forced to roll out of the ring. And now, this match has been turned into a triple threat Extreme Rules match between Roger McGillicuddy, Shane Saban, and now G-String. Technically, G-String is able to be in this match because this is the pay-per-view he would have had his rematch on to begin with. Nobody knew backstage that G-String was going to be returning. And I think the only people that knew were the PSW chairman, I believe, is the only man that knew the return of G-String was coming. And now that is possibly why G-String was even entered or considered to be entered into this match. Now as he locks in this reverse chin lock on the Roger McGillicuddy, that big knee strike on the Roger McGillicuddy from G-String, and now big time move dropping McGillicuddy on his head. Now Shane Saban definitely probably not happy about this match being turned into a triple threat. Neither is Roger McGillicuddy, because now G-String being implemented, looking and hungry to grab his championship back, and now going for the pinfall. Could we have a new champion? No. Roger McGillicuddy able to get the shoulder up before the 3 and G-String, trying to catch a breather here. Now getting back into the ring. Shane Saban don't want to taunt for too long. The living legend G-String has returned. Only a 1 count for G-String on the Shane Saban. I'm sure everybody has been shocked here and shook that G-String is here and back in PSW. The question is 1, 2, and no. Shane Saban able to kick out before the 3. I'm sure everybody backstage is surprised just as much as I am on the return of G-String. And now G-String fighting back and forth here with Shane Sabin. Big time suplex going for a pin combination, but Roderick McGillicuddy able to break it up. Now going for a pinfall of his own. Only one count for Roderick McGillicuddy there. G-String trying to make his way back up to his feet. Big kick taken down. Shane Sabin there, almost taking the head off of Shane Sabin. Now going for a pinfall again, but G-String in the ring able to break it up. Now this German suplex from Roger McGillicuddy on the Shane Sabin here in this match. Now McGillicuddy, what is he going for here? What is he thinking? Oh no, he's got a ladder. Looking to implement some weapons into this Extreme Rules match. Roger McGillicuddy trying to do anything he can to hold on and keep that championship around his waist. And now G-String, big chop across the chest, and now back and forth these men go. Now what is Shane Sabin? Double on DDT. G-String taunting away, but Shane Sabin going for the pinfall. G-String right there to break it up. And now big slap or punch to the back of the head. Now big time reversal from Shane Sabin. Now G-String fighting back and forth. Slap across the face. And now big stun gun to G-String from Shane Sabin there. And now Shane Sabin rolling out of the ring. Going to grab his weapon of his own. What is he thinking about looking for? What is he looking for? Out inside of the ring. Now back outside. These men trying to get a hold of each other. But now, oh my gosh, looking to use that as a weapon, but ran straight into Roger McGillicuddy. And now big Pele kick to the head of Roger McGillicuddy. Now going for the pinfall. But no, G-String able to get back in the ring in time. Now, I think we've seen this before. He's setting it up. No, actually powerbomb. I thought he was going for the lung boy. 1, 2, and now turning it into a Boston Crab. Well, Shane Sabin, do we have a new champion? But no. Shane Sabin picking the leg, getting out of that one there. Shane Sabin rolling out of the ring now, going for a pinfall on the Roger McGillicuddy. Only a 1 count for Roger McGillicuddy, or for G-String on the Roger McGillicuddy, able to power out of that pinfall there. Now, Hurricane Rana. What athleticism from Roger McGillicuddy here. Big spinning heel kick. Irish whip into the ropes. Big heel kick again. Another big heel kick. Now dodges it. Now swinging neckbreaker on the G-String there. Now going for a pinfall, but no. Able to break it up in time to Shane Sabin, and now back and forth as men go. Now fighting back and forth. Now both men going for a super kick, but Roger McGillicuddy is able to connect onto the skull of Shane Sabin. Now going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and 3. Roger McGillicuddy able to successfully retain his BSW World Heavyweight Championship here tonight against Shane Sabin, and G-String being added to the match unexpectedly. G-String not involved into the pinfall. But what a match this was. Roger McGillicuddy still your World Heavyweight Champion, and you gotta wonder if this was even part of G-String's rematch clause. Will he be wanting a one-on-one rematch? We'll just have to wait until Impulse or Impound. I do not know where G-String is going to be drafted to. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm sure he's going to want to stay on Impulse as he was before. But now,
Here is your winner, and still World Heavyweight Champion, Rodriguez McGregor.
and still World Heavyweight Champion Roderick McGillicuddy here, celebrating. I'm sure G-String is not going to be far behind, coming after that championship, or the new introduced championship that will be coming to Impulse. More will be announced on that soon. But congratulations to Roderick McGillicuddy on retaining his championship here tonight. And now Shane Sabin disappointed after doing all that to come come this far and not be able to get the victory, and Roy Pierce coming in, possibly to raise his hand here, telling him that is a great match. But wait a minute, Roy Pierce turning on Shane Sabin, and now calling, possibly saying that Shane Sabin is a weak link and is trying to get rid of, wait, that's Justice Stone. And now Shogun Brown, we know that Justice Stone earlier on has aligned himself, but now Shogun calling, we've seen this move done before, but it was Shogun, Shane Sabin, and Roy Pierce doing it to ZTK, and now it's being done to Shane Sabin by Justice Stone and Roy Pierce. And now it connects. Oh my gosh, what a bad way to end tonight. If you guys did enjoy this episode, this Crossfire Ppv, leave a like down below, comment what you guys think, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so to miss out on any awesome shows coming. But man, what a way. We're gonna have to see what happens following this. Going for a third one. Definitely not good for Shane Sabin. We're gonna have to see what all transpires from this coming up on the next shows. We'll see you guys in the next one. Ending the show here is Legacy.